Hello, creatives. Welcome to Artist Star. My name is Beth, and I'm here at the gallery with a general tarot reading. This is an ongoing Cards of Truth series for the entire 52-card deck. Here is a chart to find your birth card. I've already cleared the cards and spent time meditating on my shooting star spread. I'm using the Cards of Truth deck for the overall starting point and then clarifying with the Ethereal Visions deck. I chose this deck because it has an artist card added into the major arcana. I'll close with a message from Spirit with the Soul's Journey lesson cards. If you'd like to know more about today's card, please pause the video and read the description box below. Okay, I'm going to adjust the camera now so that you can see the card spread for today. This is a reading for all Jack of Spades birth cards. This is the shooting star spread. It's a 3-card spread about unblocking or heightening your creative flow. I like to take cards that spring from the deck while shuffling. That can take a while, so I've already done that and laid out the cards, which allows me to hear the message for you. There's no wrong way to choose cards, it's just what works for me. So the first row here is all about your inner and outer resources, like the South Node position in the Cards of Truth birth chart. Easily accessible because it's what you bring with you from a past life. However, there is a possibility it's so easy it's taken for granted. The second row is about tapping into what motivates you. Here it reflects the North Node position in the Cards of Truth birth chart, as it will naturally assist your soul's full potential. The third row is what Source would like to share as guidance, pure and simple. So let's take a look at the first row. The 5 of Diamonds. Love this card. It's my sun card, so I can listen to this reading with that placement in mind. But the 5 of Diamonds is all about knowing or learning the subtleties about a situation, knowing yourself and what your skills are and what you do best. Often discovered by trial and error. Often through crisis of try again cycles. However, it's always for a positive improvement. Whether that's a financial situation or learning a new skill with the diamond suits, it's the key information here is that you show willingness to stay in the hunt. As a Jack of Spades, you are all about courage and willingness. It's right there for you, I'm sure. And the first thing that you have in the toolbox is the King of Pentacles. Now, this is an interesting card for a Jack of Spades to get because it is all about creative talents. It's about psychic powers. It's money, and it's the king. So he's a leader. It's intelligence and success and powerful influence. It's strength and abundance. So it looks like you figured out what the 5 of Diamonds is for you, and you are able to put that to good use. The first card, or the second card that we have up here in your inspiration is the 3 of Wands. So the 3 of Wands is all about new enterprises. It's a practical knowledge, putting it to use. It's strategy, planning, and it again shows strength in your intellectual pursuits. You can see that he is happy, he's secure, and he's looking around for his next adventure, which Jacks are all about. Yes, and death in reverse. Now this is a blocked energy, or it's still in your subconscious. Death is all about letting go of the old and letting in with the new. It's a great card for a Jack to get because you are all about mentally and physically letting go of something that's not working for something that will work. Beautiful card for you. You sound like you are very self-aware, which is great because the next row as to what motivates you proves that out. We start off with the Ten of Spades. Now the Ten of Spades is related to the Magician card. It's the ability to do whatever it takes to pass all the difficulties surrounding the event or the creative endeavor, in this case, and that are required to do. So you have all the skills, mentally, physically, able to do whatever it is, the next thing that you need to do. So the first card in your motivation here out of the tarot deck is the Ace of Pentacles. Now this is all about new beginnings. It's about being stable. It's about success and finding joy. Very nice card, right? Who wouldn't want all of that? Great motivator. And I love this because it's the Well. And this deck has this card extra. So the Well is all about creative endeavors and having a well of creative endeavors to draw from. In the Ethereal Visions deck, it is one of the extra cards as well as the Artist card. So having this at your disposal or your motivating force is a lovely card to have. Next, we have the King of Wands, which adds another whole layer of leadership. And it too is about action and doing what you need to do. It's maturity for a Jack of Spades. That's a lovely card to have as a motivator, that you would seek to become more intellectually mature and able to handle more of your creative endeavors that you are drawing from the Well from. So it looks like you are a super active, ready to let go, and with the old and in with the new. You're used to having that learning by trial and error, and not afraid to just keep going with the willingness and courage that you are pretty much all about as a Jack of Spades. Not afraid to go alone on your journey, realizing that that's a very necessary part of it often enough. So the final row, as you know, is what Source would share as guidance for you. When it got to this row, I really started to understand what this reading was all about. It really kind of came together for me at this point, because the Jack of Hearts is all about, well, it's called the Lover's card, and it's called the Artist card. And it's about making things beautiful. It's about sincerely being a person that is flitting from flower to flower, to people, making them feel beautiful and lovely and deserving of love and affection. It's a really beautiful card for the Jack of Spades to receive here from Source. And it dawned on me that it's been very self-reliant, driven reading so far. You're used to being on this wheel of having your lessons learned and in your pocket about the cycles of trial and error, all about how you learn what your most valuable skills and assets are. You've got the King of Pentacles here, not to reiterate the whole spread, but you're used to rewards. You have them in your pocket. You love adventure. You're easy out with the old and in with the new. It's right there for you as a Jack of Spades. And you are all about willingness and courage on your own path. So once you understand that about yourself and how much energy that takes, correct? Um, you get the 10 of Spades, which is all about the hard knock journey in life, but it's also about understanding how you are beautifully stable in it. You've got all of the fresh rewards and financial and skills and whatever it is that you need is right there as your motivation. You've got the well to draw from. You've got the wisdom of the King of Wands on how to act upon it. So when we got to the Jack of Hearts, knowing that it's kind of opposite of what's going on here. And I further felt that when I came to or discovered and revealed the Ace of Wands. Now this too is from Source, and it's all about new beginnings and destiny and the inspiration of potential creating enthusiasm, which is what the Jack of Hearts will do for other people as well as for themselves. They enjoy it. It's what they do. And then Source shares with you the Page of Swords. So you've got to bear with me here on this line of thought, because the Page of Swords, my dear, is the Jack of Spades in the tarot deck. So it's Source speaking directly to you that, well, that the impulsiveness and the restlessness, the curiosity has to be surrounded with clarity and good judgment, okay? So when it comes to providing all of this really beautiful existence for yourself, the only thing missing is to be sharing it with other people, showering them with it, right? And I say that because of the Ace of Swords. Now this Source shares with you is the, ready for it, the ultimate triumph. It's focus and clarity and victory. It's determination and inspiration. It is a beautiful, beautiful card that Source is saying you are ready for. I love this because as a 7 of Clubs, I have the Jack of Spades as my motivating overlying card on my birth card. So I understand what that pursuit is like. It can be a solo journey in many respects, but it is all about taking that journey with willingness and courage. It's the same with the 5 of Diamonds, teaches us the same lesson. And as I shared earlier, it is the card that I have on my sun placement. So it's very near and dear to my heart as to the method of learning what is right for you. So I love this. I love this spread for those reasons, and that you are now open to behaving like a bee. Flower to flower, spreading the love, spreading the joy. It's beautiful. So the final card that Source guides me to is found by moving my pendulum across the Soul's Journey spread out deck. It can take a while, so to save time, I've already done that too. And the card for you, my dear, is empathy. I am open to seeing both sides of a situation. Just beautiful. Now, you know, this card is all about putting yourself in someone else's shoes. As you well know, as a Jack of Spades, and all about courage and willingness, is to take a calculated risk. Source wants to reiterate the act of consciously considering the consequences when it involves somebody else and their history and personal creative path. This is to say that we are all sparks of the divine with a purpose to act out our free will. So be reminded, as we all need to be from time to time, about the need to stop and consider that there are consequences to our actions, to compassionately take care of ourselves and our needs on this earthly journey, however, not at the expense of someone else's experience, when we can heighten that experience with beauty and love and making someone else feel deserving and be sincere about it. I mean, you have that. You can be sincere and have all the sincerity in the world. It's simply a change of mind, right? Making better, different choices. I love it. So beautiful. Well, I hope all of you Jack of Spades out there found this interesting and helpful. If you're not a Jack of Spades, you might check your Cards of Truth birth chart to see if the Jack of Spades is present. If it is, you can contemplate this reading with that in mind. Happy creating. So creative, stay true to your uniqueness on your creative path, and I hope this gave you some food for thought. Please subscribe and hit that like button. It means a lot to me and my soul and life purpose. Thank you.